What's going on, guys? This is Vengeancer, and it's another BDO video. Today we are working on trading. In between videos, while I was gone, I managed to get this guy to level 15. He learned everything except for sidesteps and forward chop, both of which I think are pretty much useless. For the elephant, you want quick run, which is this skill here. You gotta have a saddle, and then you want joyride as well, which is also requires a saddle, but that is what makes the elephant worthwhile. So the reason you want the elephant, and if you don't have the miniature elephant, go look up a guide online on how to get it. I think it takes like 40 million silver, and you got to do a few quests in and around the desert and Valencia and stuff, and Sand Grain here. But the reason you want the elephant, and the reason it is better than the camel in the desert, is because it carries more, and with those two skills, quick run and joyride, it actually actively moves a lot faster. And what we are doing with the elephant, that's a lot of weight. Let's see, I hate this so much. This is terrible. It's a terrible glitch. I can't even get off the mount. I don't know why it does this. It won't let me get off.
As diverse as stars in the sky.
It's so strange, it just glitched right through that wall. And now I'm where I don't want to be. I'm glad somebody else is witnessing this pain, because this is frustrating. Alright, so you can't use your skills when he's overweight, like that. So what you want to do... F6. Now we're stuck. Gosh dang it. I wanted to take that full stack off of there. Can I get up the stairs, please? This is beyond frustrating. That's what I get for clicking the wrong button. And I can't get on the mount. It won't let me do... Why does it want to do the Valencia? It's not going to let me do that. Alright, we are going to attempt to get up this. Can I please click on the storekeeper? See, this is the problem. This is a game design problem. Should never be in this situation to where you're stuck like this, where you can't get to the storekeeper. To be honest, it won't let me ride it. Won't let me store anything on it because it's too heavy. Won't let me take anything off of it because it's too heavy. The only thing I'm going to be able to do is just destroy these trade crates, probably. I don't think going this way is going to get me anywhere. No. Yeah, this is a real problem. This is a really, really bad game design problem. And it's all because I clicked the spacebar on accident instead of readjusting the amount that I wanted to withdraw. But there is zero way to get up the stairs. It just will not. Mashing the W key glitched its way up there. That is just stupid. Alright. So what we have to do is, the idea is to make trips between Sandgrain and... Come on, go back. It won't quick halt because the mount is over encumbered. And now we're going to be stuck on an NPC that shouldn't have a hitbox. We're going up here just enough. Mash the W key. Oh, alright. Storage. We're going to deposit half of these because I don't know the weight on these. So it looks like you can do about 70 at a time. Maybe 75. Just barely. I wonder if I can access the skills with it at. Nope. Oh, this is frustrating. Alright, so we're gonna dump.
There are various kinds of people in the world. As diverse
One.
as
So I can do 79 at a time on the. Now, I'm prepping to get the blue gear for the mount. The blue elephant gear. Whenever my workers end up getting it to where it can, where I have enough trace of ascensions to actually craft it. I need a ton of leather glaze to make the components for it. But I've been collecting everything else, and you craft it over at the Stonetail Horse Ranch. And I went over this in my gathering video because we were gathering stuff for it, but it's here. You need this stuff here. If you go to... Saddle's pretty good. Armor's okay. But if you go to the marketplace, go to mount, and go to any of these. If you get this to plus 10, you get weight limit of 80 increase. So you can also get up to 1280 instead of just that. And then there's other benefits to having the gear too, like the armor will help you with survivability, plus you get more stamina if you get the saddle. The mask will give you more HP and acceleration. And then everything on this elephant helps because it's slow. And then the brake is 7%. So what you want to do is basically set out just straight east until you get to Valencia over here. So you want to go northeast, but you got to go east and go around this mess here. And then start working your way up here. But the idea is to get all your trade crates to Sandgrain here. And then use this elephant because once it gets going, I'm gonna do this. So it just starts auto routing. Get out of my screen. Hey look, Velk support. That'll be good in a future video because I plan on doing upgrades. We'll get that running for now. I had to answer. I am sorry about that. Okay, so the reason the elephant is better than the camel, it doesn't get slowed down by terrain, and with the saddle, if you push forward and shift, here is quick run. It does drain stamina, but if you hit F, it's like having a turbo on. I accidentally locked that skill. Alright, so let's go. Come on, little guy. Get to going. Yep. Okay, so we got to go around this mountain range. It may be over encumbered too much for it to actually use Joyride. I don't know why it's not working. That was very strange. It's not over encumbered, I'm telling you. Alright, so we're gonna go this way. We're quick riding. I think it's actually over encumbered. Let's do this real quick. Because I want to show the skill. It's hilarious. 10. I may need to just destroy these. Take off, guy. Alright. So we're gonna go back this way and go around this mountain. And then we're gonna head this way. We gotta go back north a little bit because we had to go south to get around that first mountain range. So the idea is you leave Sandgrain, go this way, go up north, and then you want to hit east. So kind of that way. And I think I have a few too many crates on here. These Azalea crates are just trash crates. But I think I'm too close to the weight limit for it to use Joyride, which would make this trip twice as fast. Either that or it just can't do it in the desert. I didn't test that before I hit record. And also what's surprising is I haven't gotten hit with heat stroke or hypothermia yet. Even though it looks bright out here in the desert, it is almost 4 a.m. in game if you look in the top right. So it should be hypothermia that I'm hit with, and I do have the T's with me. And an elephant can jump a little bit. So here's one of the Oasis buildings that you want to make note of. So this is Abstinence Pilgrim, where you can kind of tell if you don't have a compass where you're at. So we are right here, or halfway over. I just need to go straight east now. The sharing one is where you get the buff for the trade crates. So if I go straight this way, you can kind of see the peaks of Valencia over the hill over there. Now, if you have a Danae horse, it's the unicorn dream horse. It won't get slowed down by desert either, but I don't know the weight limits on it, so I don't know if it probably can't carry near as much as the elephant. And it doesn't matter what mount you have, if you over encumber it with a ton of crates, it's going to slow it down. Now, it may be worthwhile to just go ahead and over encumber your mount and just let it auto route. Because if I hit T right now, it'll just run in a straight line, so just aim it the way it needs to go and just let it run. With the elephant, the way I'm doing it, you have to actively push, so I have to actively push the buttons for it to use both skills. And being that it would be over encumbered, it wouldn't be using those skills anyway. Well, there's a sandstorm. So the idea is to, if you're in a hurry, don't over encumber your mount and use the active skills Quick Run and Joyride. You'll be able to carry a lot more on the elephant than you will with the horse mount. Or with the camel. The camel is fairly fast in the desert too, but it doesn't carry near as much. The way I compare the mounts are horses and donkeys on land that aren't desert land. The horse is the quick mount that you get around with. The donkey is kind of the pack horse. And then the comparative one is that the camel is kind of like the horse equivalent in the desert, and then the elephant is kind of like the donkey equivalent in the desert. Of course, the elephant can go out of the desert and not get encumbered as well or slowed down. The camel runs slower outside of the desert than it does in. At least that's been my experience. I may be incorrect on that one. It's been a while since I've been on the camel. But all horses besides the tier 10 Tenay Dream Horse run slower in the desert. Hey look, there is a portal. That'll either get you to Akhman or Histria. I don't know which one. I don't. There's the sage that can tell which one is which after doing the quest, but I cannot tell off just by looking at it. I'd have to go into it. Which I do need to go into those and get the knowledge for that. I haven't been in there to go knowledge hunting yet, and I haven't grinded there, so I don't really have the knowledge from there. Alright, so we're on the edges of Valencia up here. We can find a way around. As soon as we are in there, I will set an auto route so that I can see where I am at. Still not close enough. See if I can go up this hill over here. Okay, we're on Outer Valencia. It's gonna let me do it. Yes, it will. Alright, so we need to go to the storekeeper here. Come on, little guy. Get to going. I can't use Joyride here either, so he just has too much weight on him. But the idea is to transport all the crates here to Valencia, and then once you're there, once you have all your crates there, what you want to do is go to, let me set an auto route so it keeps going. Once you have all your crates here, now you could get a container and put it in a house near here. It would be fairly near here, probably a little closer would be one of these. But it's not that much closer. But you want to have your mount and transport your crates to the trade manager, whichever one's closest. But before you do that, you want to come down here to the sharing and spend 100 energy to get the desert trading buff to get your bonus. Now, if all these crates were made in Grana or Trent, you're going to get distance bonuses on top of. So the way it calculates, you get your distance bonus on top of your base price for them, and then if you go to the trade manager and you bargain with them, dump those there. So I already got some lead ore there. So if you go and bargain with the trade manager with the crates, you're going to get the distance bonus, plus you're going to get the bargain bonus multiplier, and then after that you're going to get plus 50% for the desert trading buff on top of that. So it increases it by a lot. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to run back up this way and then run back east. But for trade crates, this is what you're doing most of the time. I mean, aside from gathering and processing the materials and the blackstone powder, and then setting your workers, getting all that to wherever your workers are, which should be Trent or Grana. You need to get all the materials down there, processed, get them down there, and then set the workers to working, making the crates 24/7. Then you're spending your time hauling them from Grana to Sandgrain, and then once they're all stockpiled in Sandgrain, you want to move them from Sandgrain to Valencia via the desert. It's a lot safer and faster than auto routing through the Gajas. But once that's done, then you're doing the trading. So my advice is to stockpile them all in Valencia and spend, I don't know, one day. I think the trade buff lasts 30 minutes or an hour. So, you know, do it daily and turn that stuff in. Now the Joyride is that you get a boost every little bit, and I think it's because he had a few too many crates on him. I don't know the limit on that. Or maybe it just doesn't do it when you get crates on them. It sucks the stamina down. Maybe I shouldn't have went there. Oh no, it's fine. It sucks the stamina down, but it makes the trip a whole hell of a lot faster. Alright, I gotta answer this text, hold on. Alright, sorry about the few seconds of silence. So we'll buzz back over here. It'll be a lot faster because of the Joyride kicking in. And like I said, I don't know what was keeping it from doing it before. I think it was probably just because we had crates on there. You're supposed to be able to do both of them, Joyride and Quick Run, even with crates on, but maybe when the crates are on there you can't do Joyride. Maybe something changed. This definitely makes it a whole lot faster to get back to Sandgrain. Now the elephant is going to eat carrots just like a horse, so special carrots are my recommendation on that. I end up just growing some in one of my farms, breeding them, and doing it that way so I don't have to buy them. Now that I have the Dream Horse, the Tier 9, the Doom Horse, I don't ever really use stamina regen stuff on it, because if you have your horse taken out and you're not riding it and it's in standby mode, it regens its stamina and health anyway, so it rarely needs those. Here's the other thing. You want to carry water or Star Anise tea with you to get rid of that desert buff, debuff. Now the elephant has another skill, if you manage to get it, and it has to have stirrups on it. I don't think I have those to do it, but it gives you recovery for 30 seconds, which is good. It helps with the desert debuff if you don't want to carry the anise whatever with you. So you can do that every little bit, get some recovery. Plus 19 for 30 seconds is quite a lot. But overall, I am pretty happy with my little Chunga. His speed isn't too bad in terms of desert mount. Now my camel, I did transport the camel over to Heidel, and in my AFK time, that is what I'm going to be doing, is having it run back and forth, auto routing, so that it can level up. I'm hoping that it will run fairly quickly over in Heidel, but Heidel's a safe spot, and that's where I usually have my character at when I'm AFK. But the reason I'm going to level the camel is because I don't want to take the elephant everywhere. I'm only strictly using this elephant for trade crate transport between Sand Grain and Valencia. And my horse is not a Dene, it's a Doom horse, so it gets slowed down in the desert. So what I want to do is get the camel leveled so that I can take it places. We are coming up on... Oh, we're running over top of either Akhman or Histria. That's what all those little dots are for. I'm pretty sure this is the oasis where I'm usually go to gather stone, I think. Yeah, Pilgrim's Haven, that's where we're at. So we're here. We need to go that way. But the camel is kind of my abused mount. I've let it die a couple times and it's only level 5. I don't have armor or anything for it. But I want to get it leveled so that I can, because I plan on doing grinding here in the desert. I plan on going back down to the valley down here and grinding. And then maybe spending some time in Akhman or Histria, because I got stuff I need to do in there. And I would like to be able to run full speed, so I'll just get the camel leveled up, and that way it's got a high speed and it doesn't get slowed down like the horse does. Plus, I don't want to kill my Doom horse. Not necessarily that the desert is that dangerous, but if you get a bunch of mobs surrounding the mount and you don't realize that they're hitting the mount until it's too late, then that's what happens, especially with like Desert Naga. That's how my camel died before, is I had it in the corner and the Desert Nagas got to it when it was level 1. But we'll run back over here and then I'll call this a day. I just wanted to show the round trip. Also, while I'm finishing that, I'm going to tell this not to use quick run. Come on. Okay, I want to look at one other thing. I've got before I end this off, speaking of camels and stuff, let me get down there. My workers are turning away on more steel crates that I need to transport up, and I still have quite a bit of Blackstone powder. But that's the other thing I wanted to touch on that I have been collecting and buying off the market. I've been buying up a lot of blue crystals. If I can get down here, I got so much crap that I gotta sell. I bought 110 of these Magic Infinity Assault crystals. They're useless. They're attack speed +2. They're worth 22,000 silver a piece. I bought a bunch of them for a few million. We return this guy over here. I bought a bunch of the 110 of those for a few million altogether. I'll turn in this guy, sucks whenever you're not running full speed. Anyway, I plan on grinding those down into Blackstone powder. That's how I'm funding my workers down in Grana. I just buy those up and
if you're planning on having a journey in the desert, you will need
and keep on grinding away. Alright, so made the round trip. Gonna hit recover and check them in. I need to do a bunch of that off camera because I do have a bunch of crates here that I need to transport. Now, whenever I do it, I'll probably just let them run and over encumber them. I'll just load as much as I can possibly get on them, a full stack, and then just let them run. And probably AFK, mostly, or semi-AFK, and just let him auto-route over there without actually using active skills. But if you're impatient, Elephant is the way to go. Because it carries the most, and you still have access to your skills as long as you're under 1200 weight. So, but me, I would rather just semi-AFK and let it run. So, you made it this far. Hope it gives you a little bit of information as far as how I do the trade crates. I've kind of shown the whole process now in terms of getting the powder and all the materials and grinding stuff down, where they're crafted at, and how I have that set up, and now how I transport them. Once I get a bunch of them over there, I'll make another video showing not just processes that I do to get to that point, but I will actually go get the buff and turn a bunch of them in. So I'll try to do that next week. If I can get a lot of these things transported over there, then I will do that. It has to be pretty worth it to do the 100 energy for me, because I can make a lot of money with the 100 energy just gathering. So, but we'll do that next time. So, if you made it this far, leave a like and comment. It helps. It helps out the channel. I got to self-promote, so hit sub if you haven't already. And thanks for spending your time with me, and like always, until next time.